Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plans, and today I wanted to go over a few different ways to memory plan. It's a question I get quite a bit on how I memory plan, how to start memory planning, and then also if there's like different types of memory planning. So I did a little bit of brainstorming and kind of made a few examples, as well as I'll show some old examples of some things that I used to do. But today I wanted to focus on like the types of ways that you can memory plan. What works for me might not work for you and like your daily life, or maybe you don't want to do like I do each week. But maybe you'd like to do it like once a month, or maybe you have to back plan and memory plan like things that happened in the past, all that good stuff. So I wanted to go over all of those things with you. I will say I do have a video up, and I will link it down in the description below on how to start memory planning. So that's from everywhere from like if you're wanting to print pictures. I think in that video I show how I print my pictures off, and deal with all that stuff, because I think that's the question I get a lot too, is how do I get my pictures. And I actually take mine, or I send my pictures to Walgreens to be printed, and then that's how I get my pictures. I used to do Costco. It was way cheaper when I was able to do Costco, but Costco stopped doing their in-store printing where I could like order online, go to the store and pick them up. Now you can only order online and have them ship it to you, which when I do it every single week, that no longer works for me, because by the time I send in my pictures, I send them in usually on Sunday night, like after the week's over, and then I'll usually memory plan that previous week on Monday, so like they wouldn't be here for me on time to do that. Maybe if you were somebody that, you know, you're doing it once a month or something like that, you know, then you could kind of order them. But I chose, and Walgreens is just super accessible to me. Like there's literally one across the street from my house. So I chose to do that because it just makes it really easy to get my pictures. But you could also do Walmart and wherever else that you can send pictures to get printed. So that's another big question. But today I wanted to go over some ways to memory plan. So I'm going to show you my current memory planner. And this guy's current, up to date as of now. So right now I use my monthly more as like a picture a day kind of thing. So no matter what it is, whether it might be just like a picture that I took for social media that got posted on that day, you know, sometimes that ends up happening, or if I had a picture of a drink, or I saw somebody, or something along those lines. So that's usually what these are reserved for, is for a picture a day. I put a picture down for whatever I took on that day. So that's kind of how I have that one. And then we have my memory planner. So this is how I do it. I memory plan every single week because I have horrible memory. Like it'll literally come to like Monday and I'm already struggling to remember what we did like the week before. Like that, my memory just is poop. So I have a really hard time sometimes remembering, you know, just different things. So memory planning each week for me is super helpful. So I choose to use a big size happy planner. It's just the size I've figured out how to get my pictures to fit in the best, and it gives me lots of space because that gives me space to have room to journal, as well as put some cute decoration just to make a cute spread. And I've been memory planning since Nay was born. I think I started memory planning like 3 months in, and I'm actually going to show you my very first memory planner as well. But I think I started like 3 months in to her being born, so since 2017. And I just like haven't stopped since, and I absolutely love doing it because now like she'll have these memories to look back on, and she'll see herself little and cute, you know, and maybe like when she's 8, you know, 8, somewhere around there, like I'll show them all to her and she can kind of see herself growing up, because I literally have pictures of her like from every single week of her life. So I love doing this every week because that helps me. But you might not want to do it weekly. So I will say weekly is one of the ways that you can memory plan, and it's been really helpful to me to do that. You could also do daily, which I made like a little sheet. So there's a couple different ways you can do daily. I did mine on a mini piece of paper just because I picked like a random old picture. So say like you could do this on whatever size, and if you want to do it daily, maybe you put a couple of pictures on that daily sheet and then you can just journal about the day. So just something like that. So daily is another way. Another way that you could do it, like I was saying earlier, is monthly, which maybe I have another planner. I have this guy, which I kind of did it to an extent, but you could take it a little bit further. So I haven't really done it this year, which I need to. I have like a stack of all my pictures that I want to do it with. Hold on, I'm trying to find like a good month that has it. But so I kind of did it to an extent, but you could take it a step further and do more details and maybe more journaling. But if you're wanting to do like monthly planning, say you don't have time, like I don't have time to do this every single week, like let's just get all my pictures together and I'll put them like maybe over like a 2-page spread or something and journal about little bits and pieces of things that happened through the month. So that's kind of what I use my favorite memories page for, that I did at the end of each month, slash like I put it at the beginning of each month, but this was like extra pictures that I had left over from after doing my spreads, or just extra things that I didn't get to include and I still wanted to include them. So I did this monthly. So all these pictures are from like the entire month of April, but they're just like extra pictures. But maybe you take like 2 pages of those and you have it laid out more so that way you can journal with it. You can add in little extra stickers in there, that kind of thing. So monthly is another way. So those are your 3 ways, main 3 ways, right? Like daily, weekly, or monthly. And then if you want to do it once a year, you must have an amazing memory, because I can't remember what I had for lunch the other day. So, but here are just some of my spreads from last year. So it kind of just varies, but I love doing weekly just because I can a little bit better remember what's going on in my life. So, those are the 3 ways. And then adding into that, you can either do it with pictures or without pictures. Pictures aren't necessarily necessary to memory plan. I think adding pictures helps you lock into that memory a little bit better. Like I know when I see a picture, I can remember a lot better what happened that day or what was going on that day. So I know having a picture for me is super helpful. So kind of like with this example, so I did 2 of this page. I did one, say I wanted to do a daily sheet with pictures. So you could do this on any size. I just chose to do a mini because I didn't have a lot to write from that day. But you could also do it without pictures. You can very easily memory plan without pictures, and this is a great way to use your stickers too. So you could even, so say this is still just like your daily sheet, so it's the exact same day, but I did one with a picture that I printed off, and then the other one is just using stickers. And this is a really good way to use your stickers. You can use the stickers to kind of emphasize what happened that day. And here I'm talking about like on Father's Day, we barbecued. I bought my husband a charcoal grill because that's something he really wanted. You know, so it was fun to just like add in these like little stickers so you can memory plan that way if you wanted to. Like if you're more focused on journaling and you'd much rather like journal things that happened, you can definitely do that. So those are 2 other ways that you can memory plan, either with stickers or without, either with pictures, not stickers, either with pictures or without pictures. And then you could even just use stickers, or if you really just want to just only journal without any of that, then you could totally do that. So those are some other ways, and here's some examples. And again, you could do this style in like your weekly plan. So say you want a weekly plan, but you don't want to print out pictures, but you can find stickers that kind of go along with things that you did that week. Like that would be super fun. And again, a way to use your stickers. So I think that would be really fun to do. And maybe someday I'll do that. There are some weeks where I forget to take pictures. So maybe on one of those weeks, if that ever happens, then I'll do something like this where you use stickers to kind of emphasize what happened that week. Another way of memory planning is you can back plan. So this is something I still need to do, and I need to go through pictures. So I'm hoping within like the next year, I'm going to give myself a year, hopefully way sooner, hopefully within the next few months. I'm really wanting to go through the pictures of when my husband and I were dating and kind of like back plan all that, and basically like just take those pictures and then try my best to remember like little details from those things and kind of back plan. And it wouldn't be super huge, but maybe a couple pages just like leading up to when we got married. And then like I need to back plan my wedding day. I don't even really have memories. Like I have the pictures, but I haven't like associated any like memories or journaling with that. So that's definitely something that I'm wanting to do. I think doing my wedding would be a lot easier. So maybe I'll do that soon within the next month or two. I will come on here and we'll back plan my memories from my wedding day. So that's another thing. So I wanted to show you guys some examples. These right here are actually a daily planners, both of these, that I kept for my kiddo when she was born. So it starts from, I think this one's the first one. Yes, 2017. And then this one's 2018, 2019. Yeah, so it started with this one. So I think I started this right around the time she was born. I'm going to zoom in so we can see a little bit better. So this is the little memory planner I made for Nay when she was born, and I did a daily planner. So like literally in here there's pictures and then just journaling, like today you pooped a lot, kid, and I like got really frustrated, or like I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because it was just one of those nights. Like it was literally just like a fun, but I used a mini, and the mini is horizontal, and look at her. This was like right at the hospital when she was born. But anyway, so I started this, and then kind of just did this, and then I did my birth story at the beginning. I kind of journaled that a little bit, and then put a couple pictures of people that came to see us like in the hospital, all that good stuff. I added these, like, they're not parchment, but what is that one? Acetate paper, because I thought this would help, like, because on some of these pages, I wasn't super careful with, like, the glue that I used to lay down the pictures, so I had to stick this in here because my pictures were, like, sticking together, so ignore that. But anyway, I literally just went in, and I had, like, a bunch of pictures, because, you know, you have a kid, and you just, like, take a billion pictures, because that's just how it goes. But I journaled every single day, for quite a while, so, like, and then I would just add in extra pictures here and there. So this was kind of like a form of like daily memory planning that I did like on a smaller scale. So if you don't want to do like a full page, I literally took a mini, and I only gave myself, you know, that little spot to journal in for that day. And it kind of helped instill in me that, that discipline to journal every day. Like it took a while. I think definitely at the beginning I was journaling like multiple days, like at the end of the week, and trying to remember what happened, simply because I wasn't getting in the habit of it. So so it did take a little while. I added a couple of decorations, but yeah, so like, what does it say? We took out the stroller at the outlets for the first time. You got your first bath today. You didn't know what to think. Yeah, so just like little journaling. So let's go a little further down the line. Oh, this was her bedroom. Of course, it was Disney. It's me, duh. But like, yeah, so this was just like a really simple form of journaling. And then I just like took pictures. This is just like a paper punch, which I think I have it. It's the same, this one is the other one, but it's just these like Fiskar paper punches, but this one was a hexagon. I don't know where that one went. I think it's in another drawer somewhere. But so that's an example, like if you want to start like daily planning, this is a really good way to like minimally do it. And you don't have to add the pictures. I just loved adding the pictures in here, and then it was just like a really fun way for me to do these. And to get the pictures this small, all I did was I used the app PhotoGrid. So PhotoGrid is one of my favorite apps, but in it you can pick a certain amount of pictures, and it puts it all into like one grid of a thing for you. And then I printed them out on a 5x7, so I was able to pick 12 photos, and then you print it out on a 5x7, and you send that to go get printed. And then they're big enough, and it's like the perfect size for these punches. So that's how I do that, and that's how I do that for the monthly pictures on my regular memory planners. So that's that. So that's kind of like daily planning. And then I did it for 2 years. I'm actually pretty proud of myself that I kept up with doing this daily planning for her for 2 years. So like for the first 2 years of her life, I went into like a lot of detail of like just being a mom, like a new mom. So what, this is May, so she's like a little over a year old. You slept through the night, thank goodness. I thought you were doing better, but when you started screaming while we were out, I knew that wasn't the case. After a long nap, you were a bit better and even ate all your food. Okay. You got some donut, like, so it's just like fun. And then sometimes I did like cute little like update pictures on each month. I think I did that every month. Yeah, I did like a cute little like update picture from that month. Look how cute she was. What happened? Just kidding. But yeah, so that's just like a really minimal way to like get yourself in the habit of memory planning. I think this really helped me because it was just like a good intro to daily. So for the first 2 years of Nay's life, we have these two little ones. And then this guy is my first memory planner. So again, I didn't start this until April of 2017. So what is that? January, February, March, April. So 2 months, about 2 months after the kiddo was born. So I had started this guy beforehand, and then we went to a regular memory planner. And again, the same way I just told you how I made these pictures is what I did. And I'm pretty sure in my other video on how to start memory planning, I showed how to do that. So I'm pretty sure. But this is just like my old style of memory planning. Just like really fun. I used a lot of washi. This was like back when like washi was the shiz. And again, like this was when I had like all the time in the world. Like I would literally lay the kiddo on the bed and just like go to town at doing this. I think this one's one of my favorites. But anyway, so those are just a couple of examples of ways that you can start memory planning. If you want to get in the habit of doing it, I definitely recommend like getting a mini horizontal, and then just work on like journaling each day. And then you can start throwing in pictures here and there. And then if you don't like this layout and you're like, I'm a person that likes to write all the things, then maybe like still going with a mini, but going with like a full, just like a journaling page. And then again, you have pictures as an option, or you can just use stickers, and then doesn't matter what size. And then if you're better at doing things once a month, or if you want to do it weekly or daily or whatever that might look like to you. But there we go. So I hope that does help you guys on having a better idea on how to get started with memory planning, and just a couple of different ways. The way I do it does not have to be the way that you do it and the way that works for you. This has just worked for me. I've been doing it for a while. What are we at right now? We're at 2017, 18, 19, 21, 22. Yeah, like I'm going on like just over 5 years now. Like I hit my 5-year mark in April, I guess. So I have absolutely loved memory planning. So this is just what I've found works best for me. And just kind of where I've been sticking to. And I even kept track of like how old she was each week. So that was fun. And then once it got too hard, I stopped doing that, obviously. But just a couple examples of old memory planning and where I was at. I'm telling you, I gotta get back to using my washi tape though. Washi tape was it. That was the thing. So there you go, you guys. Hopefully this helps you. Let me know down below if you have any questions. I will also link my video on how to start memory planning, as far as like if you're wanting to use pictures and that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure I walk you through like how I get my pictures. So I will link that video down in the description below. But hopefully this gives you a better idea and maybe some different options to start memory planning if you don't necessarily want to do weekly, or you don't want to use a big, or you don't want to do pictures and you'd rather journal, or you want to use your stickers. Hopefully this kind of gives you some fun ideas to do that, so that way you can do what works for you. Even back planning, which is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but just haven't had time. But I think I'm definitely going to at least try to do my wedding day, because I think that would be a lot of fun. So hopefully this video kind of helped you guys. Let me know if you have any questions down in the description below. But I so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!